I'm going to show you how to make golems in Thaumcraft 6. So first of all, in our Formonomicon, you do need to unlock this chapter here, Discovering Golemancy. You have first steps, Discovering Alchemy, Discovering Ornamency, Discovering Artifice. Completing these two alone, and Infusion, will then unlock Discovering Golemancy. Once you complete this one, that will unlock the Golemancy tab. And this is really where it gets interesting. In the first quest here, Basic Golemancy, it tells you a bit about them. And then we have Brain in a Jar, which we're not going to use for Golemancy. The main unlock is Clockwork Mines here. And you can see you can unlock the Golem Press. So the Golem Press is actually where you make the golems. And again, under Golemancy, Clockwork Mines here. It's the second one in, the Golem Press. You're going to make a stone table, put a piston next to it, a cauldron, not a crucible from Thaumcraft, just a basic cauldron, and then an anvil together like this, and you put an iron fence on top. If you hit this with a Salus Mundus, just how you make like an arcane workbench, it will turn into this here, the Golem Press. If we go into the Golem Press, this is where we make our golems. And you can see in here, there's lots of different options available. It looks a bit scary. So basically, what I want to explain to you is these quests here, Golem Bioformic Eyes, the Climbing, the Flight, all of these kind of orange looking ones are basically unlocking different body parts for your golems. And then these red ones are actually how we're going to control the golems. So, actually there's one bit as well. This bit up here, these are the quests for unlocking what your golem is made of. Okay, so wood, metals, etc. Once you've unlocked those, and the more you unlock, you'll unlock different body types and things like that. So each resource quest I do, where the wood and iron is, means I can click this button here. And if you haven't unlocked these, that's because you haven't unlocked these, for example. So up here, I can say, what is my golem made of? Great wood, iron, clay, and it tells you a bit about it. For example, if I make it out of tallow, it's a very soft material, you can see the golem is clumsy and fragile. Fragile means it's built with delicate components, and it doesn't have very much life or armor rating. Clumsy means it can only do simple tasks, for example, whereas if I make a silverwood golem, it has deft and a light frame. And you can see different types, will basically, everything you click in here will change the attributes of the golem to what it can do. Heavy frame, out of water infused, means it's very slow. Or if I change the basic legs to a uniwheel, you can see it's wheeled. It's really fast, but it can't jump or go up steep slopes, and things like that. Basic arms, I can change to fine manipulators that are very dexterous. Claw arms, which are razor sharp. It would be really good for a defense golem. You can see here it's a fighter. It's capable of taking on hostile action. And there's different heads we can put on. Now, all of the different makeup between all these different choices, armor plating, look down here as well, carry frame, again, it's all changing what we need, what we get. And that then changes the resources we need. So up here, you can see I need for the claw arms, 2 pairs of shears. So I will need 2 pairs of shears on my inventory. You'll notice that the X will disappear when I put the second pair in. See, the X has gone, meaning it has these available to it, or they're in your inventory. For this tutorial, I'm actually going to show you a really basic golem here, like this, which is just a great wood, light-framed golem. We need a clockwork mind, some simple mechanism, and 3 great wood planks. And there we go. You will also notice it needs 8 machina. So you will need this nearby in a warded jar like I have here. And I would recommend using this item and emptying Essentia Transfuser to actually get it into the Golem Press. That is under Alchemy and is this one over here. And I have got separate tutorials on my channel for how to make this. Once we're ready, we can then press this button to make the Golem. And you'll see that the Essentia is flying over if you've set it up like how I've said or shown. Again, I've got separate tutorials on how to make these specific items. And then what you'll see is the golem has been made. There it is, the golem. And I can then right-click him on the ground to place him down. If I want him to follow me, I can right-click him with a Golemancer's bell, which is made with some quartz. Otherwise, this is his home. And some of the heads you can put on will change his sight as well, so how far he can interact with stuff. I can right-click, and he says, I'm coming, master, and now he's going to follow me. I can right-click him again, and now this will be his home. What you can see here is that when I hover over with the Golemancer's Bell, I can see these, like, kind of strange symbols. And that is because of this here. And if I come off it again, I can't see it. So this is the, under golemancy, that's these things. You can have a store, collect, harvest, use, stock, provide, lumberjack. These are all the different things you can make the golems do, basically with jobs. And you can only see these that you've placed when holding the Golemancer's Bell. And if I right-click this one is a pick-up seal. When I right-click it, you can see I can change the area. So I can make it smaller, and you can see it's coming inlet, or I can make it bigger, the area that I want them to operate in. I can filter it. So I've said whitelist. You can blacklist too. I've whitelisted paper. And you can put a priority on here. Requirements. You can see it's forbidden clumsy golems because they just won't be able to pick anything up because they're too clumsy. And redstone signals. So I've whitelisted paper. Then on here, I have a store seal. If I right click on this one, again, I've whitelisted paper. Meaning, if I drop paper here, oh God, I've deleted it. If I drop some paper, it's going to pick up paper in this area. You'll see, here he comes. And he says, store it in here. And depending on the priority is depending on what jobs they will do first in the area that they can reach. So you can have loads of little golems around, and they can do multiple different jobs in the area, you know, based on a priority list, based on what kind of golem you've actually built. And you can have loads of them all running around doing different jobs. I could have a little farm here, but then, you know, picking up paper here. If paper's a higher priority, then he'll do that as a higher priority before going to the farm, you know, and doing things like that. So basically, unlocking all of these changes the type of golem you can make. And here, the type of golem it's made from. And these are the different things you can get your golem to do. So like a collect seal, you can see I can make it here, or an advanced one. They're really quite easy to make. And the blank seals, again, can be made in an arcane workbench. And that is how you make and use golems in Thaumcraft 6. Hopefully this was useful for you. Check out the playlist you now see on screen to see more Thaumcraft tutorials and guides, and check out my channel, where the goal of this channel is to cover every single Minecraft mod for you. If you do need one-on-one help, I can hop in a voice call or in Discord, etc. Join my Patreon, and I can help you diagnose lag or helping you with, you know, problems you're having in your Minecraft world or mods, etc. And I can do that one-on-one through Patreon or Discord.